Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to discuss how we can change the function of a Kawneer 133648 exterior trim for their exit devices from a classroom into a storeroom. So the way that these work is the key controls whether or not it's always active or operational, or always rigid. Okay, and when the key when the cylinder is installed, just going to demonstrate it on camera. As I rotate the key, it will move that locking lever back and forth. That's locked. That's unlocked. Okay, so there's no way to leave this always in the locked condition, meaning you want to be able to enter via the key, operate the lever, remove the key, but make it so that you put it back into the locked condition so that it's a storeroom. Okay, you can't pull the key without relocking it. Okay, and the way that we're going to go about doing that is the following. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn over the tailpiece that's here. I'm going to literally just turn it upside down. But what I'm going to do in order to do that, because I happen to know, I have to install it when the cylinder's already in the housing. And this is a standard cam. Okay, and so what I have here is I have the tailpiece installed upside down. And what I'll be able to do is to lock it. I can rotate it and unlock it. The key is that I can't allow myself to be able to pull the key out in the unlocked position. So right now, when I have the cylinder basically vertical, okay, I can leave it unlocked. I can go all the way back and I can lock it, but I can't get to the key pull position ever, because the vertical center line of my cam always keeps the cylinder plug either 85 degree this way or 5 degree this way. So what my plan is to do to make this work is I'm going to take my standard cam and I'm going to grind off part of the side here so that it will allow me to get the key to the vertical position to pull it out. So let's do that next. You can see the grinder behind me for doing this. And I've never done this before, but I've had a client ask how it can be done. And we're just going to demonstrate how to do it. Shouldn't require too much grinding at all. may give us enough room. And if it doesn't, we'll put it back on the grinder and we'll try again. So back in it goes. Here is our first attempt, and again, I've never done this before. Just kind of taking it down maybe a third. That might yield us enough room to do what we need to do. So this will go back in. We'll put our cam back on the back of the lock. Yeah, it looks like it'll work. So right now we're in the locked position. I'm gonna keep my thumb on that cam, or that mortise cylinder. Unlocked position. I can't pull the key out at all because it does not go far enough to allow me a key pull position. Difficult to tell there, but that key is not straight. It's not vertical. Okay. I have it a little bit too far, actually. Okay. It's going to be like that. It's not vertical. It won't pull. When I want to pull the key out, so we're unlocked. Okay. When I want to pull the key out, I've got to bring that all the way back around. Put that into the locked position. I've moved my cylinder a little bit. Now I can pull the key out. So what I'm going to do to prove this, and what you would certainly have to do as well to make sure that this worked, is put the plates in. Because I may need to alter that tailpiece a little bit more on the grinder. I'll pull my cam off. I'm going to put my restricting plate in where it needs to be. I'm going to put my cash ring nut. Not doing a good job showing that to you. You've got that. All I did was put that that restricting cylinder retaining piece of stamped metal into the area. I'm going to bring the cylinder through. What keeps that from turning are those grooves in the side of the mortise cylinder right here at the tip of my finger. Okay. Now I'm going to put the cash nut on, the cash box nut, this threaded nut is what it is. A little bit of a trick to get it on. And this is a standard 1 5/32 thread type. You can tell I've never done this. Part of the problem is not being able to see. There we go. And I can see what is making this troublesome, and I will show you what that is once I get this on. Okay. So I'm able to get it turned in. What's making it difficult to do this is the design. Now that I've got it threaded, the design right in here, there's a little notch in the back of the control that you've got to get the nut brought down into that relieved area before you can start to turn it. So it's a little bit of a trick. And you can see it very obvious when the hardware is in your hands. What has to be done. Almost there. If I had a specific type of wrench, it would make this easier, which is called a castle nut wrench. Okay, I've got that hand tight. Now the cylinder's installed. We know it's vertical. Let's get our tailpiece installed. Or cam, it's not a tailpiece. And with any luck, I won't have to take it apart and regrind it. Okay, I only have one screw back there. Okay, and you can see what I've done is I've relieved the back of that standard cam, is what I've done. Now, it's locked. Let's rotate it to the unlocked position. At this point, I cannot remove that. I can't pull it out because the key, it's a bit of a trick to see, but it's not vertical, which means the holes in the cylinder plug, there are holes drilled in it, and I can't bring the key vertical enough in order to allow me to turn it clockwise enough to pull it out. So the only way to get the key out is to go back to the locked position, that I can pull the key out. Unlocked. Can't pull the key out. Turn it around. Locked. Now there is another way to do this. And that other way to do it would be to, and I don't have the right cam here to do it, but a Clover Leaf Cam has basically a bird's mouth prep on either side of the vertical center line. Actually, I can show you kind of what it looks like. It'll look like this. And you install in the bird's mouth, either here or here, you install this cam upside down so that you can only turn the key to where it kicks the locking lever this way far enough and then it stops, or this way far enough and then it stops. So the height of the locking lever sits inside of one of the bird's mouth and limits your rotation to just a little bit this way and a little bit this way. Okay? Depending on the side you're going to install it on, you can bring it back to a key pull position, but when you unlock it, you can't pull the key out without relocking it again, and that's a good way to do this as well. So, and there's there's the offset Sargent cam may have just made all of this work without the need to grind anything. And what that cam, it's a skinny cam, but it's skewed this way, and that would probably act the same way as what I need it to have done. So now I happen to have a video of a client who provided proof of their bird's mouth, their Clover Leaf style cam solution. And what we'll do is when we get this taken apart, we're going to switch to the screen view and we're going to take a look at that. So if you need to do this, you can do it. There's no problem at all. You're going to need, actually, the cam I used was is an 863F by Kaba Ilko. It's called a Marks cam. It's wider, it's taller. That's what I used. I could probably experiment with, other cams on this cylinder to get the same kind of result. But cam upside down, relieving part of it so that you can kick it over to have the keypole position, but only on one side so that when you flip it over, you're basically kept from bringing it to here where you can have a keypole position. It'll be kept here. So I hope that I didn't muck up that demonstration too terribly much. It was the first time that I've ever done this. And let's switch and look at an alternate perspective provided by a client as well. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. In conclusion, if you have any questions on this Kawneer trim, converting it to a storeroom function, let us know. We can also do this work for you. We can modify the cam, we can install the cylinder, make sure that it works correctly, send it to you pre-done that way if you know you need it. The factory Kawneer does not offer storeroom functions on these trims. And in the past, when I know that I have reached out to them for tech support on this issue, they said, no, we don't offer it, but we know that there's a locksmithing answer to it. Well, here's the locksmithing answer to it. Any questions on this or any other Kawneer item, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.